Hello! Welcome to Michaela's channel! So I'm holding the camera today because we are driving. Where are we going?
You're driving at the same time I'm driving. That's a little weird.
Oh my god. So where are we going?
Endocrinologist. So here's the deal. Here's the tea, sis. We had this scheduled for like April or March. No, it had to have been March. And it was right as they were cutting off in-person appointments. And I called them and I said, hey, I just want to ask you guys if we're still keeping this appointment on, or because of the COVID, if we're going to reschedule or do virtual. And they said, oh yeah, don't worry about it. We're still going to see you in person. And I was really nervous, but I was like, okay. And that was 2 days prior. 1 day prior, they call me and go, okay, so sorry. We don't want you to come in because of the COVID. And so we're going to reschedule you. And I'm like, well, what do you mean? Why can't we do a virtual visit? And they're like, well, apparently this is a hard decision to make. So we have to see you in person. So they rescheduled it. And then they called me and they rescheduled it again. So I haven't gotten any calls about rescheduling, which is great. I did call this morning just to see if Brielle could come, because she texted me and she's like, oh, I wish I could come with you. That doesn't seem stalkery at all. And then I was like, well, I was actually thinking the same thing. I was going to ask you. I just didn't know what the rules were. So I got my nice new mask that I can actually breathe in, not the N95. Yeah, we've probably talked about this in other vlogs, but like I get really tachycardic wearing masks. So this one I haven't worn it for like long periods, but it seems like this one's easier to breathe out of. Like you can get more flow, I guess, because it's, I don't know. But I get really tachycardic, and so I'm a little nervous to sit there for like 20 minutes waiting for the doctor in my mask and then be like, oh wow, your vitals are crazy. And I'm gonna be like, no kidding. I told you guys. But we'll see. So yeah, we're gonna go to the endocrinologist. Basically, what
are your goals for this appointment?
I have no idea. So here's the deal. So I went 3 months. Okay, so trigger warning to the men, to the guys. Trigger warning to anybody who doesn't like talking about their menstrual cycle or their period, because we about to get dirty. We gotta talk about it, because otherwise this appointment doesn't really make sense. So basically, I went 3 months without having a period, which is odd for me. Like, we had been going, since I had been diagnosed with PCOS, it had been like a week late. And I was like, oh yeah, it's probably stress and it's probably the changes in my body. But there was a span of time where I hadn't had a period in 3 months. And I had to talk to my pain management doctor, because my primary care doctor at the time was a male. And so I said to her, can you refer me to a good OBGYN or GYN or whatever? Potato. I was like Mama Jones. So I'm tired.
Just refer me to Mama Dr. Jones.
Refer me to Mama Dr. Jones, please. Thanks.
If you guys don't know who she is, she's an OBGYN who has a YouTube channel.
I was watching her this morning.
She's a really good, I really like her and like all of her content, so you should link her down in the description.
Don't be offended by science.
Don't be offended by science.
So I will link her in the description below, or in the iCard, one of the two. We got some people walking on the street. I asked them to refer me to Mama Dr. Jones. I'm just kidding. So I actually have, I really like my GYN, because I keep wanting to say OB, but like it's not obstetrics. I'm gonna call her GYN. So my GYN is very nice. She knows I'm super awkward. She knows I'm kind of asexual, kind of aromantic. Who knows at this point? Basically, I just don't have feelings for things. Yikes. I don't have like intimate feelings, and I don't have the desire to want to the bow chicka wow wow. So And she was like, I was totally awkward talking about all the like bits, and she was like, that's fine. But we got ultrasound scheduled, and that came up clear, and she tested all of my hormones. It was like a massive hormone test. And it's funny because the lady who took my blood was like, see, I've got 5 minutes left on my shift, and I really don't want to be taking your blood, but like, I have to. And see, like, I'm waiting for this phone call for a new job. I'm trying to get a new job. So I don't know why I'm taking your blood if I'm just getting a new job. So, that, and then she wasn't paying attention, so she bruised me pretty bad, so, yeah, we had to file a complaint. But basically, we took all my hormones and everything. I guess there were a couple that were, like, abnormal. And one of the things we had talked about at that appointment was just the fact that, like, I don't know if it's just me, or, like, if there's other people that experience it, but, like, there is, like, I got the little mustachy hairs because I'm a girl, but, like, I don't know.
I think a lot of women get that.
And they wanted to refer me to the endocrinologist. We're gonna see what they say. I don't know if you guys have heard me rant about this enough, but I really hate driving into Milwaukee and Menominee Falls just for a 5-minute appointment, or for the doctor to sit me there for 40 minutes and say, hey, you're fine. So my only goal is that we actually, like, figure stuff out.
So your goals for this appointment would be
figure shit out.
Figure something out that. So what problems are you having that you want to go see this doctor?
They referred me to the endocrinologist.
Right. So they referred you. Who referred you?
The GYN.
And why?
Because my hormones are weird.
Hormones are a little off, and we were having problems with missing periods.
Right, and I've always had, like, abnormally heavy periods and some nasty cramping, but, like, it's like girl talk morning. It's kind of formed into a better, like, schedule, so, like, day one will be, like, massive cramping and really heavy, and as you go, it gets, like, lighter. I don't know.
Oh, that's average, I think.
Yeah, but I always end on day 6 and not day 7.
Mine usually lasts like 9 days, and the cramping is really bad for those whole 9 days. And usually my EDS flares at the same time, because why wouldn't it do that? So
there's also the thing about my periods is well, my phone is telling me right now that my period is going to start next in August. I don't know why, because it's like, well, you already missed your period 3 months in a row, a couple times, so, like, what the fuck, man? I do have to I'm probably going to end up trying to file some kind of complaint with their office, just due to the fact that when they called me to cancel the appointment the first time, well, I had just called the day prior, and they were like, well, yeah, we see your appointment's there, it's going to be in person. And then they called me, and all they said was, so, we're rescheduling your appointment. Okay, bye. And they were, like, really rude about it, and so I wasn't very happy with the customer service. So, I guess we'll vlog when we get there. I don't know how much there is to say. There's not a lot of new shit. Oh, the vlog gets to know I ordered birthday presents for Brielle. You're welcome.
oh jeez. You people all scare me.
I am the scariest of scary people. Which is hilarious because I'm not scary at all, so. Yeah, alright. We're out of here.
So,
she's gonna talk now. Okay, bye.
The only thing, people who have chronic health conditions, a lot of the time, I find, like, it affects, like, multiple areas of their health. So, thinking of just having POTS as being like, okay, you're just, the only thing about it is the postural change in tolerance. That's it. That's all people think it is. But sometimes it's more than that. So I think, like, especially, like, I don't know too much about POTS, but I do know with EDS, like, just, like, I have, the joint stuff is a problem, right? But you know what else is a problem? I also pass out because my blood vessels don't have enough collagen around them. So, and that causes blood pooling. So, I think that it's important for people to know that these conditions affect multiple areas of our health. Yeah?
Yeah.
Okay. We'll see you guys in a minute. Okay, so we got out of the appointment. You want to tell them what happened?
I saw a doctor.
You want me to tell them what happened? Okay. So her DHEA was high, and some of her other symptoms are, I guess, a little bit they're indicative of PCOS.
I thought you were going to say the coronas.
Indicative of PCOS. So they're having her do a Cushing's disease test. That's what he said. Do you feel happy with that result? Like, are you, I mean, not like happy with the diagnosis, but happy with
the fact that people are doing things and know what they're doing versus other doctors who sit there and shrug at me? Yeah. I like when people do their jobs.
Yeah.
Burn. Apparently, I've learned today that cysts are deadly. Can be deadly.
That's right.
But she's yelling at me because I've never gone into the doctor for cysts before. What, are you supposed to go to, like, the emergency room?
Urgent care, probably.
Just be like, hey, everybody, look, take a look at my vagine.
We're going to Walmart.
No!
Oh, to Joann's.
Do you need to go to Walmart?
No.
Okay, no, we're going to Joann's, I think. If they don't have blank, like, I'm worried that they don't have blank wine glasses, like,
I don't think they will.
So I was thinking we'd have to also go to Dollar Tree. But Dollar Tree in Watertown is the Corona hub, so we'll see how that goes.
Dollar Tree, Dollar Tree, So that's what we're doing.
Because I'm gonna do a little, like, painting project, I guess.
That would be a fun thing to.
Yeah, and then I'll probably get some stuff for the kids because I like when you work with children, the Dollar Tree's your best friend because you can find really cheap stuff and kids like it, and that. So I might get some stuff there too. Well, I got them a sprinkler and then my parents lost it, and they only kept the hydrant one, and the hydrant one's for the dogs. It's this little hydrant that spins around, and we got it for the dogs from north. But we got one for the kids too, and then it disappeared, so. Story of my life.
So, yeah, we're gonna go do that.
I probably should take a migraine med any minute now, but I gotta call my C-store and see if my injectable has arrived. If you wanna if you guys want to keep a lookout, I will be posting a video about my journey with Emgality, and I'll probably make that into a playlist, so check that out, coming soon.
Your journey, meaning what are you gonna have?
My journey with Emgality.
Yeah,
so like sharing what's going on and if it actually helps. They sent me this thing in the mail. They sent me a letter that just basically says, "Hi, Michaela." It's like the only good thing about it. It just says, "Hi, Michaela." And then they sent me information cards, I guess, if you want to give to people with migraines to like, hey, Emgality is great. And then they gave me this tracking book. So it has every day of the, or it has every day of the month. It has every month of the year, and then it has they have each of the months on there, and then they have stickers for the days that you do your injections and the days that you have migraine-free days. So you can track them, and then you can write down like what you wanted to talk to your doctor about that month and if it helped and stuff. So I figured that'd be nice to share, because when I went looking to see how other people do on Emgality, I didn't really see much on the interwebs.
I think that's a really good idea.
I thought it was a really good idea, gosh.
I just think in general you should be tracking some, like telling people like, hey, here's how my POTS diagnosis happened. Because like
I will get there.
There's a lot of people, like, people want my EDS diagnosis story, and like I'd give it, except it's not that interesting.
Oh, mine's definitely interesting. Sure. Your diagnostic criteria is sure. So, and then no, we won't retest it even though this looks shady. I guess if you guys want to see my POTS story, because it's rough. It's rough. Comment down below.
A few people who saw your video on my one of your videos on my channel, you had the POTS patch on the back of your med bag.
Yeah.
And some people asked about it.
What, the fact that I have no spatial awareness and I ordered a patch the size of my face?
No, the fact that you have POTS.
So yeah, that's basically my life. I'm probably going to get fat. That's the end result. Hey guys, just want to let you know I'm getting fat. No, it just means I need to take a little better care of my body, and I really should make a video talking about just like my weight eating journey in general, because like basically, I don't know if I've talked to you about this, but basically I had one doctor, because I wasn't eating dinner because I would work, and I wasn't eating lunch, and so she said, I don't care what you're eating as long as you're eating.
Yeah.
So you know what my conscience tells me when I go to grab food?
What?
I don't care what you eat as long as you eat it.
Yeah.
Hence why I have issues. So, and that's why they wanted me to see an eating therapist, but heaven forbid that the message got passed along. Now I just have my therapist as a regular therapist. We don't discuss eating. I was getting stressed because you had said that they might say it's stress. Well, what are they going to do about it? Nothing. They don't care.
What do you mean? If it's stress, they might have prescribed a medication.
That's different than what I take.
Yeah.
That doesn't affect what I take.
Right.
I mean, they should just do that in general, but anyway, I'm great. So yeah, my life is frustrating. It just is, and yeah, I don't know what else to say. I'm just like, I'm nervous, and like I don't want to be infertile, but like I also don't want to have sex, so like you gotta make sure you're fertile for the baby Jesus. Yeah, so we're gonna go back and we're gonna run to Dollar Tree and we're gonna run to Joann's.
So yeah, that's today.
Okay guys, we'll see you later. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you later.